Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going through access denied escape, and I'm gonna show you how to complete the game and unlock all the achievements. Compared to other videos that you might find about this topic, I will go through all this explaining step by step how to achieve all 100% completion. Okay, so let's get into this. Well, let's go for the first bolt. And this will be an easy one. So we have 273 here. Okay. And we need to put the 273 in each of the sides, right? So let's start with this one. Okay, this means that we are okay with that. Now this has a different method. And 6 we said. 273, right? There we go. Okay, fine. So now let's do this one. And this should open the first bolt.
New message received.
Fine, okay, I will skip through the messages because the purpose is to get the solutions. And not only the solutions, but also explanation on why the solution is that and not other. Okay, next bolt. So what this tells us, we need to put a 27 in this side. And then this is 10, and the purples are 5, and the greens are 2, so that's 27. And for this other side, we need to put 38, so that will be this and this. There we go. Fine, let's see this one. You will see there's some logic behind all of them that makes sense. So for this one, first thing we need to do is to find a bit signal here to kind of tune it. There we go. So now we have these 3 positions, and we have numbers, and we have colors here. So this one is this 3 that corresponds with the green one. So in the green one we put 3. Now we have this one on top, this 6 that corresponds to yellow. And the last one, that is this one that effectively, as we expected, corresponds to purple. It's 8. So let's get to an 8. And there we go. Okay, next bolt. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention, by this moment we should have unlocked already a achievement that's solved the first, or hacked the first bolt. Fine, so in this one we have this image here. We have some buttons, and each of the buttons corresponds to one of the slots or tiles here. And in the third side we have a similar image, but that is not exactly the same. So we need to figure out where the different eyes are. So one is this, which is pretty obvious, that eye. And that eye corresponds to this button. Then there's another one, which is this one that has a circle here, but it doesn't have the circle here. So that is this one. And let me see, because obviously I don't remember by heart where the rest of the references are. Yeah, okay, one difference is here. You see here these two cycles in this style, while in this style the cycle is missing in that one. So that one corresponds to this one. And there we go, solved. Fine, next bolt. So first thing here is to tune it. Let's see if we something there. Okay, fine. So this one is this side because it has the buttons in these positions. You will see that this side has the buttons in different positions, and same for this one. So for this side, it will be 2 purple, 3 yellow, and 1 green. 2 purple, 3 yellow, and 1 green. That should be it. Now, let's continue trying to find the next one. So, this one. And that 211 is the opposite side, which is this. So it's 2 purple and 1 of the other 2. So 2 purple, 1 green, and 1 yellow. And now let's go to the last one. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so no purples, 2 yellow, and 3 green. Fine, that's it. So it's a lot about colors, numbers, and matching the sequence. Fine, so the fuses. Okay, replace the fuses. So this is a second achievement. So what we need to do is to take these fuses out, and we need to find the replacement fuses. So there's one of them is here. Let's see where the other is.
No message received.
There's one other here, and the last one is here. Okay, we have a message. Let's check. Fine. And this essentially tells us that we unlock this. But now let's go to get a second achievement.
Power restored.
And we should get it now. And time to go for the next bolt. Okay, so... Okay, let's see if I remember this one. We should... Yeah, we should turn that on by playing with this. So we need to fill this bar to the maximum. So let's see this. Okay, not this one, and let's see this. So it's about getting higher. Okay, that's fine. And then this is on. And now what we need to do is to connect all different sides. So let's just start with, let's say, this one. Okay, that seems to make sense. That is probably okay. I didn't want to click that one. The angle is messing up. Okay, this seems right. Let's get into this one now, which looks kind of okay. Okay, we need to fix this one as well. Okay, which one is not connecting correctly? This one here. And this one here as well. There we go. Fine. Okay, next bolt. Fine, so this one, we need to turn it on here, and it's a simple game where we need to get the miner, find all the diamonds, or be able to reach all of them. So what I will do is I will start, and we have 4 and 4, 8. 8 times we can hit this. So let's say 1, 2, 3. Let's get this one as well, and now we can do 1, 2, 3, and let's say 4. So now all the paths are this, and let's say 1. We will see they get more and more complex as we go. Okay, so this, let me see. Okay, fine. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And when we click here, this illuminates in different numbers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to figure out them. So first is 3, 2, 5, 1, 8, I believe. So we said 2. Last one was an 8. And we say, okay, let's pay it again. 3, 2, 5, 1. This is a 3, 2, 5, and 1. And the 8 on the fifth one, which we have already put. And that's why the solution is that. Okay, next bolt. So 7, 6, 2. That's what we need to put in each of these sides, right? So we click until we get what we want. Okay, we want a 2, so we lock this one. We get a 7 here, and we need a 6. So it might take a bit longer. There we go, and the light turns on as well. So this one, some of them increase and some of them decrease. So we want a 6 here, and we want 2 here, and no, we don't want that. Say, okay, and 7, yeah, good. And for this last one, we need to put the number that we put here moves here, and then it moves here, so we need to start the other way around. We need to start with the 2, then the 6, and then the 7. So this is 2, and we push it like that. Now the 6, push it, and now the 7, and there we go. Okay, next bolt. This is an interesting one. Okay, fine. So what we have here is, this is pretty clear. We want the small, medium, and large. So the small, let's put it here, the medium here, and the large. Sorry, the large there. Anyway, and that opens this. That gives us a sequence. So the sequence here is, first is this one, then this one, and this. And I'm missing one of them. This one is missing. So this is a 5, and tells us that there's a 5 in the first position. We put a 5 here. Then clear them all. And second is this, 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 and this is a 4, so 4. And now clear them again. And for the third is this one, this, 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 and this is a 3. And then click button, and we have another clue. And this tells us the colors. So the colors are orange, green, or yeah, kind of, yeah, it's gray, purple, this bluish, greenish, and orange. So we start here. This is, you see the colors are in this direction, orange, gray, purple, and this bluish or greenish. So it's orange, then 3, then this side, then this 8. No, sorry. This is orange, and then up, and then 2 to the left, 2 down, and 1 to the right again. So the sequence is 3, 7, 2. Let's get into, is it this one or? Let's see. I don't remember by memory everything, but it should be that. Yes, I think so. 3, 7, 2. There we go. Okay, next board.
New message received.
Yeah, here's new message. Okay, so we need to define a screwdriver, and this is our next achievement. Fine, and save number 1. And as it says, is the broken clock that doesn't match the time, and that clock is this one, 8:36. So 0836.
Access granted.
Fine, and we have here a tablet that we can read. That's fine. And now the screwdriver. So we can go ahead with that. Now that we have the screwdriver, we can open these things. And there's more here. Marine and more here. Okay, so the first one that we need to find is this cycle, and that cycle is here, and that connects with this purple hexagon, and we need to chase that purple hexagon somewhere else here, and that connects with this yellow cross, orange cross, and that's a 4. So we get here a 4. Now the next one we want to find is this purple diamond, which is C here, and that connects with this X, and that X is here, which connects with this weird thing, purple color, and that within with purple color is nowhere else other than here, so this is a 6. Fine, then the purple rectangle is here, and that connects with this orange or yellowish cycle, which we can also find here, connecting with this one that is nowhere else, should be somewhere else. see here, and that connects with this blue one, which is number 7. Fine, awesome. This requires like moving more and trying to find it more in different sites, but it's fine. Okay, this one can be a bit tricky, but this is the sequence, and you will notice if you put all of them, then that's wrong. So you see this one, even if you put them in the right order that says here, you won't get it. So this is all the way down, and this is all the way up. So this is all the way down, and it moves towards all the way up. Right, so what we need to do is, the easiest way is getting this one, and this should be not as high as this, but a bit less. So let's say we get this, and we give it 2 clicks. And this one, we give it 4. And now this one, 6, so it's a bit lower. And this one should be 8. And this one, which is this one in the center, should be a bit more. There we go. Okay. Fine. This one, it was a bit not so obvious, but essentially it's just getting them in the right order in terms of how high or low they are. Fine. Let's see this one. Let's start with removing the screws. Fine, and we have green that matches this green, and purple that matches this purple. So what we need to do is to, let me see if I recall correctly. Yeah. So for this one, you see the colors are empty. So we need to, let's see, what was the option for this one? Was it like this we cannot move? Okay, so I think we have to do, see if I remember. Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah, okay, so what we have to do is replicate this image here, or this sequence here, in the green side, but turning off and on, making it the opposite, right? So that means this would be like this, like this. So the ones that are on and off are the opposite. And in this one, in the purple side, we need to mirror them, meaning that it will be these 3 as if they were a mirror here. There we go. Okay. Fine, next bolt. Okay, again with the screws. Is there something in the back? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we need to start with this one and see if we can find the sequence. Is it really like that? Oh, maybe what I need to do is, yeah, okay. So this is one, this is this one, no, okay, now the screen is on. Okay, fine, and okay, this is to move the dots horizontally and vertically. So we should put them in the center. And to the angle maybe is come on. There we go. And now we need to fill them like this. And we need to be careful not to go too far, or we will need to reset them. And this one. So let's say this. There we go. Okay, next one. Fine. Let's start with removing the screws. Okay, and this side here as well. And let's see what we have. Okay, so the purple should be +6, and this says green is 4 = 6. Now, let's see if I remember this one. I remember if we put this, then this goes up or down. So let's try to get it to the most purple possible. Okay, fine. So that is 5, 7, 2. But because it says here +6 on the purple, this 2 is going to be an 8. So that will be 5, 7, 8 for the purple. And yeah, that was correct. Now we need to get them all down to start with, and let's push this one to the highest position. So there we go. And that should be it. Okay. And this is 8, 4, 7, but it tells us here that the 4 should be a 6. So it's 8, 6, 7. There we go. Yeah, sometimes the logic is not so clear, but once you get your head around that, that's fine. Okay, so additional power sources. Okay. Up the first and last digits for save 2, and there's one book here which is this one, so we need to swap the first and last digit, so that will be 1003.
Access granted.
Okay, and this is another message that we get, and this gives us the batteries and another achievement. Now we have 3 batteries. We can put them in different positions here and there, but we only have 3, and there's some others here. So we need to find out where this guy is. So for the not this. Okay, so this guy is not any of the ones that we are looking for, but okay, now we need to put this one here, and this is on this side, so that's the one. This should be this one. Okay, and now we need to find the orange here, and the orange is that kind of diamond. Okay, that should be fine. Now let's go to the other side, and we see where the green is, and the green is this kind of honeycomb in this side. And honestly, we could be looking for that one, but I mean, it should be one of them. If we have put all the rest of the three of them correctly, then we just move the bar and we find it. But you will see the guy there as well. Okay, so here we need to enable as much as we can for the snail to progress, so it can progress like here. So we can remove this one, say this one. So we need to go up, on in. Now remove this guy, put it here, and we can move here, and I believe we should... Oh, what happened? That's odd. Okay, let's see. So we can... Here, maybe because I didn't turn the screen up. So let's remove this one, let's put this one, and okay, and now I need to remove this one and put it here, and I can probably remove this one as well. And now let's get up, and there we go. Awesome. Fine, so let's see what we have here. Okay, so we want 2 green, 3 purple, and 7 yellow. So the best option is to start with the 7. So let's see. This gives us 3, and this gives us 2, and another 2, that gives us a 7. And just by doing that, you get it, because there's no other way to count 7 with 3 batteries. So okay, maybe the last ball was a bit weak, but well, the logic was just getting to the 7 because it's the one that is most obvious to find. Okay, so what about this? Let's see if I remember. I did this a few days ago. So okay, so let's start by moving this. Oh, this is the one we need to find. Okay. Okay, so let's get this one here, not there, there, and we want this one there, this one there. So we have that now, and that gives us this. Okay, so can we remove them? And remember this one. Okay, yeah, probably we can. So this one, we need to move them. I remember this was a bit tricky just to get them right. There we go. Okay, and now we need to change this to make the face and everything match. And this moves down like that. There we go. Okay, next bolt. Fine, so what do we have here? Okay, so let's start with this one. So this one, the two snails move at the same time, so we need to find out the right way to move them. So it's like this, and when we are here, we need to move this one so this one can eat this without the other one dying, because if one of them dies, then we fail. So 14 and 12. So it's 12 and 14. So we need to keep this one until 12 and remove it. Then this one up to 14. And this one we don't know, but whatever that is, it will complete. No, it doesn't. What am I doing wrong? Oh, sorry. 14 is the yellow, not the purple. So that should be 14, and this one gets somewhere. There we go. That's it.
New message received.
Okay. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so we need a floppy disk, which is in safe number 3, and this is gonna give us a new achievement as well. Find the lamp, and
Connection lost.
there we go. So we get to this room, we get into the lamp, and we change the shape to this one, and this should be 1526. Okay, and that is for safe number 3, I believe, if I recall correctly. Yes, correct. And safe number 3 is here. And we say 1526, I believe.
Access granted.
Okay, fine. So we get another message there. I'm more focused on getting the achievements and the solutions, not so much in the story, which you can find as you play. And a new message. Okay, we can continue. Let's go ahead. Fine, so now what we have is binary numbers, and we can change the slide. These are color codes, and these are matching letters that we find in a moment. So what do we have here? Let's start here. Okay, so this is about the letters, and now they say we put the energy and the B. Let's go to this. B connects with C or with F, and this should be this one. And C connects with B or D or G. So D. And then we can probably just continue like that. So now this is a D, and D connects with A and C. A, here we can just simply click one of them, but A connects with D or E, so it should be this one, and there we go. One more puzzle solved. Okay, let's check this one. Okay, let's start by removing this with a screwdriver. Okay, 17. Some colors here. And more screws. Now 44. Okay. So let's see. if we come to this one, 44 is 3 reds and 1 green. Sorry, 4 reds and 1 green. So that's 4 reds and 1 green. And this open this and it's 1000. So 1000, which is actually 100. And that corresponds to an 8 in binary code. So for this one with this triangle, it should be an 8. Okay. And we can probably just simply turn this one without bothering much more, but anyway. 17 is blue, red, Y, red, blue. So blue, red, Y, red, blue. And this is 101, and 101 in binary code is number 5. And then we here just number 5, which we could have done anyway before. Fine, next one. Okay, 13, 7, and 11. What do we have here? Okay, so we have, okay, so 13 is 1101, so that is 1101. 7 is 0111, so this is O, so not on, and on 3 are ones, and 11 is 1011, so 1011, and that has opened this. We can put this one now, and we can play this game as well. So for this one we have 4, I will say. So let's see. So let's put 1 here, and now they should be all connected. Oh, there's another. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, as I said, I did this a few days ago. So this one should be 1 here, and this 1 here, so this guy can get this too. And now 1 here, let's say 1 here, so this guy gets the other 2. There we go. Okay, this I found to be a tricky one, but let's see. So we know that the B can connect with C and F. So this connection is right, B to C. And that either gives us to the G or to the D. So let's say the C can connect with the G and with D. So let's get this one. And now the D can connect with an A, so this is right. The A connects with an E, which is okay, and the E with an A because it's the other way around. And now the A can connect with D and E, so not with F, so this one, and there we go. Fine, let's get the next. So that last one is more like just simply checking which letters connect with each other and enable the buttons that make that happen. Okay, so this one can be a bit tricky, but let's get into it. Okay, remove these plates using the screwdriver. And what we have here can be a bit odd, and it took me a while to understand it, and because I solved this a few days ago. I had to stop the recording to remember what it was, but yeah, so what this essentially tells you is that in terms of colors, you should be looking at to a 30. And if we come here, we have the 30 here. That means that the sequence of colors is green, red, red, green, red, right? So then we know that this one is green, and the second one should be red. So this is one of these two, and second red is one of these two, and there's various options and combinations. Now what this tells us is when it comes to numbers, you need to look at number 14, and number 14 is in binary code is 1110. So it's 1110 with this sequence. So it's one red, another one green, and another red. So I think we said 1, 1, the O is green, this one, and no, it's a 1 we said. So it's a 1, and finally it's a 0 that is this red. Yep. Oh yeah, it worked. It didn't open the bolt. It enables this. And for this one, the idea is, if you look at it in detail, well, you can swap between these positions, and then you can choose the color, the number, and the shape, right? So if you look at in terms of where the rows are, so you see 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this has 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this one has 1, 2, 3, but it doesn't have a 4. So each row should have all the numbers, and now all the rows have all the numbers. Now when it comes to shapes, you can see that square, circle, hexagon, and octagon. So the columns have all the different shapes. The shape that is missing in this column is the octagon, and the shape that is missing in this column is the hexagon, right? And now we need to check the color. So this column, sorry, the diagonal. So this diagonal is green, and this diagonal is yellow. So it should be yellow, and this other diagonal is yellow as well. So that should be, let me see. Okay, so what am I missing here? Oh, this is not an hexagon, this is an octagon. Oh, the octagon is here. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, fine. This was a bit trickier, but once you know where the logic is, that's fine and makes sense. Okay, so okay, there we go. And now get to the next room and disable the force field. So is this one here. So now we need to connect them. So let's connect them without crossing, because if they cross colors like this, or something odd, then it won't work. So now we need to populate this one, and then this one, I believe. This should be something like that. And this should get into this. Okay, fine. And now here we get this device that is shown here. And that should give you the holographic scanner achievement. Now, what we have here is we have empty sides. So you can see 3 of them. And this side tells us some different things here. So we know this one is a 7. So let's see. Okay. And this one is a 3. So if this one is a 7, now, oh yeah, so this corresponds to this. Now we know this one is a 7 and it's here, so this should be a 7. Next thing we know is that because, well, we know this one is a 3, but that one is not there. And we know this is a 3 plus 2, this one is a 5, and it's there. So 5. Now we know this is a 7 and this is a 3, as we saw here. So 7 minus 3 is 4. This one is a 4. And then last one that we need to figure out is that one, which is, let's say, here. And we know this is a 3 and this is 5. So that should be an 8. Okay, there we go. Fine, next one. And we're almost done with the bolts, because you can see we're in 87%. So let's see. Okay, we have colors here, and let's see. So these are positions. So this should be this one. This one should be this, and this one should be this. Yeah, this one was easy. Okay, one more bolt. Let's see what we have. Okay, fine, so nothing here. Okay, so this one should be pointing to this direction. This is down and this is up. And it doesn't matter if I leave it in the position or not, but something has opened. This. And with this open, we have now this. So now we need to find how to get the snail to there. And now we have 7 positions here, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 moves. So what this tells us is that these are the directions. So the first line is up, the second line is right, and so on. So first move we want to do is we want left, up, left, left. So this is left, up, left, left, and then it's down, down, left. So that is down, down, left again. Let's click play. And there we go. Okay, there should be, I believe, 2 more bolts. Although that's not the end of the game. So, okay, so we have some colors here. And yeah, some this, which we will find out what it means. And this again. I remember my first run, this gave me a bit of headache. But the trick here is, you see here there are 4. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, and same here. While in the other side is 5, right? And 5 here. And then if we get here, we see the binary codes are in 4 digits, while the color codes are in 5. There are 5 colors. So that means that this side here corresponds to colors, and this side here corresponds to numbers in binary code. So let's see. Let's get numbers in binary code, which is this, and these are on and off, which is binary as well. So if we check this line here, this is on, off, off. So that should be a 1100, and 1100 is a 12, and luckily there's a 12 here, so we need to click on that one. Now the other number is this one in binary code, so starting in this, which is this line, and in this direction, so that is on, off, off. So this is 1000, and that is an 8, and there should be an 8 here, indeed. Fine, now for this one, which has 5, we should be looking at the colors, so that should be this one. Now, coming to this, it says this line in this direction, and that is green, green, white, green, green. Here, this one, which is a 9, should be a 9 here. And the last we will just click all of them randomly, but let's figure it out. Is the other side that has 5, and it's this one, right? And this one is blue, green, blue, green, blue in this direction. So this one, 40. And there's a 40. There we go. Okay. Let's see this one. Start by putting this. Yeah. So this tells us to put them in this position. So we will just lock them. And this opens this one. I don't need this anymore. And this is 670. So we do 670, and we have one of them. Now, next one, these colors. This tells us to follow this pattern. So it's this one, which is white, then this one, which is blue, white, blue, white, blue, and white. And that is, this is 51. So we get here and we input 51. And we have the second one, and nothing else has opened. Now we can put a battery here, and let's see how this guy manages to open this, to clear this. So I will say move down with this one, click this one and this one as well. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Anyway, we have 1, 2 more to the left. So I think I need to restart this one. Okay, so let's say go down and we click on this one and left. That should be fine, I believe. Yes. Okay. And now we go down and here, and we still have one more. There's 266. So 266, and there we have the third one. Now for the last one is here. So you see this arrow is pointing in this direction and this in this direction, and this can get both of them. So it will be the 3 and then the 2 that matches there, then the 9. So it's 3 to 9. Fine, one more and we have completed all of them.
New message received.
Okay, next piece, start compiling, and seems it's okay.
Starting the compilation process. New message received.
Okay, and this restores the biomatrix. Now, there's some split of paths here, so I'm gonna do one of them. So one of them is this one.
Starting gas supply
And
ventilation.
we die because of the poison there, and that will give us the contract termination achievement, die from gas poisoning. Fine. So to avoid dying there, what we need to do is there's a color code here. So this is green, green, blue, blue, green, and 4 reds and a green. So if we get here is 21 and 44. And that is what we can enter in here. 21, 44.
Access
This
granted.
opens this one, and this tells us that there's a figurine with mushrooms that is critical for the next step, and another message that we got. So the figurine with mushroom is this one. What happens is when we click on it, then this opens and we can disable that. When we come here, we are able to go through this without dying.
Starting gas supply to
Fine,
ventilation.
and the gas doesn't work.
Error. Gas containers are not available.
Fine. And now we see that this has been removed. So in theory, we can exit, and this is going to give us another achievement where we die as well. So you want to leave? Yes. We get into the lift, and this is what happens. Okay, and that gives us the accident, die from a fall achievement. And now we can continue without dying. So continue without dying involves we need to do this again, which is 2144 if I recall correctly. The mushrooms, and we can hit the mushrooms, disable this again, and we come here.
Starting gas supply.
Now we don't die, but we don't try to escape either.
Error.
Then
Containers are not available.
what's gonna happen is that this is removed as well. We get here a message saying where the leftmost book on the top shelf and the card is attached here. So we're getting close to the end. We get the access card and this leftmost book, and use the card. This opens this new room. Now for this new room we have first some things that we can collect. One of them is there. There's another piece of information here, and we can collect this as well. There's one more here, and there should be, I believe, one more here. And these ones we can put them here. Doesn't matter really the order, we need to figure out later. So before we go ahead, we will have to do this puzzle. So for this one, let's get this and this, and let's say we get this one, and this should go to the green, which should go to the green, and the purple, yeah, the purple should go this way. This will not be like that, and this should be like that. Okay, and here we get two things. One is this lamp's lens, and this other message that tells us how to lock the safe number 4, which says the password is the serial number of one of the devices. If we check the devices, there are various of them with various different things, but the only one that matches like 4 digits is this one, 2618. So let's come here, say 2618.
Access granted.
Fine, and I believe by now we have opened all the safes, and that should give us another achievement right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in a screen now. When I edit the video, I will put the codes for all the saves. So in case this is not the last one, that you're missing another one, you don't need to go and search in the video. So that should be easier. So let's get this one, and this order of reagents. Come out of that in a moment, and get this. So okay, so we know this. Let me start by putting the last one here, so it's more obvious. So then we have different letters and different things, and I had taken some notes when I did my first run, because this one was tricky. So let me check my notes. I will explain it in a moment, but okay. So what we know from here is that the sequence corresponds to these numbers, right? So we have 5 positions, but only 4 numbers. Fine. And then the next thing that we know is that this number corresponds to PP, and this one corresponds to OB. This one, OB, is the one that is not in the list of 4. So that number is not in this list, meaning that we have to exclude that. And we also know that the one that is PP is the second one. Okay, so now we need to find the solution for the rest. And for that, we remember we got a new lens.
Lens installed.
If we install this lens, and there was, I believe, in one of these, not in this one, but in one of these, I believe it's probably this last one, it tells us there was something that tells us about the lens, and I believe somewhere. But anyway, I will get into the lens, and we need to move to the new one, which we have to install. Let's see. That was the process to install the, if I recall. I remember we need to get here, but yeah, so it's installed, it's actually installed. And that gives us 2 more letters. So now we know which letter is EF and which letter is HC, meaning that we know all the positions, and I will put them on the screen for more information. But the sequence is EF, PP, then KD, and HC, which is this one.
The synthesis of the substance is completed.
Okay, now we get the substance and we put it here.
Starting the shutdown process.
This, we should have got the successful synthesized substance. And now we will get complete the game. Fine, so that should be all, and that should give you all the different achievements. I will do a bit of edit here to make it easier to see in the screen. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have enjoyed the game, if you found the video helpful to you. I hope that adding all these explanations gives more value than simply watching someone playing without any comments. That said, thanks for watching and happy gaming, everyone.